And hello, this is Wakasm Plays Deep Space D-6. And hello out there, I am Wakasm. How are you doing today? I mentioned in my last video, I have a whole new setup. I had to move all of my stuff to my actual board gaming room. You can actually see the games behind me here. It's kind of a mess right now, so that's why I don't have it full screen. But at some point, once I do a little bit of tidying up behind me, get all the games back on their shelves where they belong, I'll probably show it off on the camera. Yeah, I don't know why I just lost my train of thought. Anyway, this is Deep Space 6, and that's what we're going to play today. I'm still trying to figure out mic volume, so if I'm too loud or not loud enough, I apologize. With my new setup, I have less space. It's a smaller room, so I've had to adjust things. I feel like I had my audio in a good place before, and now it's all over the place again. So hopefully I'll figure that out at some point. But anyway, today we are playing Deep Space 6. This is my second playthrough in a long while. I've played a few times before, but now I'm tackling some of the ships I've never played. I'm going to try to tackle the expansion that I've never played. I'm going to try to get through a bunch of different difficulties. So as usual, I like to track my progress in this stuff. So let us kind of talk about that. This is my little progress chart. Let me move myself over. So basically what you see here, the game can be played on easy, normal, hard, or endless. Well, not endless. Endless is the expansion. And basically you adjust the difficulty by adding a different number of, not threats, don't panic cards into the game, like this one right here. So I'm going to just be trying to play on hard. I felt like medium was pretty easy last time I played. I only had one or two moments where I was like stressed that I might not win, but other than that, it came out, pretty easy. So anyway, this is my little chart to track everything. So last time I played with the Halcyon. Today I'm going to be playing with the AG-8, which is like a drone ship, and I'll talk about the rules there. But yeah, my goal is to try to beat it on hard. Last time I beat it on normal, the medium difficulty. So, and then if I beat it on normal, I'll automatically count, easy as a victory. This way, if I beat it on hard 4 times, I've beaten all the normal difficulties. Yeah, so this is my little progress chart. Again, I just always do little things like this. I usually used to do it on paper inside the boxes, but now that I've been recording more and doing more with my website, I've been doing it, more digitally these days. So that's what's going on here. So let's talk about the game. So this is the setup. We have our new ship right here. This is a drone ship. We start with 2 shields and 10 hull. I've already drawn my 2 threats, and both of my threats are, they call them away missions. And what is the other type of mission? It actually says them in the back of here. Here we go. There are away missions are the ones where you have to use your crew, and I guess just these are just normal threats. I always forget the names of specific external threats. That's right. External threats, away missions. So both the threats that I drew were away missions. So let me zoom up a little bit more so you can see them all a little bit better. So right now at the start of the game, I may not sign my commander, and I've cloaked threats on 2s. After the threat phase, I have to roll the threat dice again, and I can get rid of that with 1 science. And then I start the game with 2 drones. So the way this ship works is basically you can only do damage with your drones. They only activate after step 3. So I'll put this quick rules reminder right here, maybe. Actually, you know what? We will do this. Let's move this up a little bit, and we'll put this right here. And then I might move my camera or even turn my camera off once I start rolling. But just as a reminder, we're going to roll all the crew dice. If there's any of these scanners, we're going to activate them. This ship has less scanner spaces, so there's a higher chance of getting threats activated during step 2. Then I can assign the crew to either the away missions or somewhere in the ship. Then I can draw a threat card. But only after step 3 does my drones go off, if I understand this correctly. So normally you would draw a threat card. No, you would do the stuff. Yeah, I guess it works out the same way. Because normally you'd assign crew and do like the damage immediately. Now you have to assign your crew and then have all your drones do what they want to do, and then you draw your threat card. Then you roll the threat dice, and then you gather all the crew and keep doing that. What's interesting about this, though, is it's possible to lose because you have no crew. You know, if there's ever an instance where I have, let's say, all 4 of my drones up here and both of my dice are in the infirmary, well, there is a chance that I just can never roll dice anymore, and then my ship keeps going automatically with drones, and I have to see how far I can make it. So there is a little bit of push or luck there, but we'll see if we can manage it. The stuff that the crew can do, let's zoom in on this. A commander can reprogram a drone. So if I have a commander up here, well, actually, there's 2 different things. If I use a commander here, I can just change one of these drones to any side that I want. That's what that does as a crew member. I can still return a unit from the infirmary. This one is not all the units. So on our last ship, for one medical, we could return all the dice back. Now it's only 1 unit at a time, or returning a drone. In addition, medical does not bring your locked dice down on this ship, so that's something to think about or consider. And then, if we want to get a drone out, we need an engineer, and then whatever dice we want to put out. So if I want to put a commander out, I would have to have an engineer first, and then I can put the dice out if I want to do that. So I can only pull dice back with medical. I can only put dice out there with engineers. And that's the only 3 things that the dice that I roll can actually do, unless I send them to the infirmary. Then I can, do like I did on the old ship, where I can flip a dice to a side that I want. But then, depending on what I have out, the drones do different things. So if I happen to have a captain's sight dice out, I can keep re-rolling my crew as much as I want during phase 2, and I even think during phase, well, I guess right before step 3 happens. Yeah, but the challenge there is every time I roll a lock, I still have to lock it. So I basically can try to get the dice that I need more consistently if I have a commander out, but at the risk of activating more threats. Or maybe I want to activate more threats based on what's there. Maybe I'll have a lot of damage and I can just go through a bunch of threats all at the same time. Otherwise, everything works pretty similar to how it was. If I have tactical out, I do damage. If I have science out, I heal. Basically, my shield's to full because the shields on this ship only go up to 2, and the science heals 2, so I'll probably never want more than 1 science dice out there at a time. 1 engineering dice out there will heal my hull 2 every turn, and then if I have medical out, then I get to return dice from my locked. So only drones can return dice from your locked. You can't actually do it with your crew members. Other than that, drones cannot go on away missions, only crew. So if you want a dice back to go, then you have to pull it back. And the only other part that I'm not sure about, which isn't clear, which maybe I'd have to look up, is if I recall a drone, if I can use that dice. For instance, if it's a medical dice, or let's say it's an engineering dice, I don't know if it goes to returned or not. Let's just double check. I don't think it says it, to be honest. I don't know, maybe it says it in the rulebook, actually. I don't know if recalled drones go to... Oh yeah, it does go to the return section. So yeah, that question is answered. All right, well, we are going to start the game. The only other important thing of note is I'm not really sure how you say it, but I call it the Ouroboros, the final boss. Instead of facing him at the end, they are mixed in. So if I draw all 6 Ouroboros cards, then I'll have to face them immediately. So that might make things a little bit more challenging. So we'll see what happens. Let's just start playing and see how things go. So that was another 10-minute explanation. Hopefully I can do better and faster on future. So we are going to roll our dice, and we are going to send our first crew member over here. Actually, we're going to lock our first dice right here. And we are going to get rid of this cloaked threats so that we don't have to worry about it anymore. And then we're going to go to the returned area. And I don't have an engineer, so can't do that. I just have these 2 dice. But what I can do, and what I think, actually, no, I can't do anything with these 2 dice. I can't re-roll them. So this is trying to figure out if I can't really do anything with these dice. So we're just going to leave them as they are. I could send one to the infirmary and change its side, but that doesn't really do much for us, because I have nothing in the infirmary and I don't want to recall a drone right now. So there's nothing to attack. So we're just going to then now go to phase 4, and draw a new threat card. We drew the missile array for the Ouroboros, so we're going to put that aside. I don't remember if I draw something else when that comes out. Yeah, and then I draw another threat. So we already on the first card already have the first part of our boss. So I guess we will do it this way. Let's put it up on this card. That's where we're going to put the boss for now. All right, so we draw another threat. We drew a fighter, and then we're going to roll the threat dice. If you roll the 5, a 5 is not a 4, so nothing happens. So now we take a new turn. Now we're only rolling 3 dice. So we are activating a threat immediately with what we rolled. And we rolled a Corsair, and it's a -2 ship. And then with what we have going on, there's nothing that I can really do with these 2 dice. So we are just gonna not use them. We'll put them right here. We will heal for 2, and then we will shoot for 2, and we will just kill this Corsair with the 2 points. And now we're gonna roll threat, strike bomber, and now we're gonna roll. We roll the 3. A 3 is not a 2 or a 4, so we are good. I have to get used to this new camera position, so hopefully I'm not getting off camera all the time. Not that you really want to see my face anyway, but trying to be a little bit more human with, how I do things. So I wish I could put the camera right where I'm looking and have it stare back at me. That does not work with this camera right here. All right, so that is the end of this turn. So we're going to get all these 4 dice back to roll, and let's roll again. All right, so we are immediately activating a new threat because of what we rolled. So we are getting a Space Pirates, and then again with the 2 dice that we have. You know what? I'm going to pull this back for now. We're going to return this healing drone back, so I have more stuff to roll next turn. And yeah, that's all we're going to do. I'm going to want to get a science ship back out there, and I'll probably regret taking that off so early, but I think we need another dice to roll to try to get some engineers so that we can maybe put out a engineer out here, or maybe put out another damage just to get things going. We will do 2 points, and we will get rid of the strike bomber because we don't want to send anything to the infirmary right now. Does mean that we will get damaged on more numbers on this threat roll. We do have to put out a new threat. We have another strike bomber, so even though I just killed a strike bomber, another one comes back in its place. We don't want a 3 or a 4 right now. Definitely don't want a 4. We got a 6. So we just do 2 damage to the hull, which means that we're going to take 2, or basically our shields are down. Not too bad, although now I wish I had the science out there, but it's fine. Now we have 5 dice to roll with, so maybe we can get more of an engine going here with what we roll. All right, so we're going to lock a dice. So I'm going to send one of these dice to the infirmary to turn this into a engineer. And we're going to take this tactical dice and we're going to put it out as a drone. So now we're going to be doing 4 damage per turn. And then we're going to use the last medical to return a unit from the infirmary so that we can get that dice back, which is fine for now. I think that was a good use of dice. Is that the order that I wanted to do that? Yeah, that's how we're going to do it. Which means that now we're going to do 4 damage, which means we're going to get rid of the strike bomber and the space pirates. And then we are going to flip over another card. It's a raiders. This one ignores shields, but we don't have any shields, so that's not that big of a deal. We are going to roll our threats. We rolled a 2, so we're going to take 1 hull damage, so it puts our hull down to 9. And we are going to get, whoops, what am I doing? Gotta remember not to grab the drones, so we're going to get 3 dice back to roll. I feel like I'm going to accidentally make that mistake a lot, so hopefully I don't mess anything up by doing it. Alright, so we got another threat dice, so we're going to put out another threat. We have the solar winds, which we're going to put up here. Basically, if this ever rolls a 2, we're going to take 5 hull damage, so that's going to be a little bit tricky to deal with. But I think we are going to use our engineer to put out a science officer and see how far we can get with just 3 dice. So we're going to put out a new threat. Wait, did I put out a new? No, I have to put out a new threat now. This is a 4. An assault cruiser does 2 hull damage. Actually, no. Before this comes out, I need to do all of this. We're going to heal our shields. We're going to do 4 damage and get rid of these guys. Then now the assault cruiser comes out. We're going to roll. Roll to 5, so we're going to take 2 hull damage. And we are going to roll our 2 dice that were locked up and see if we can maybe get a captain. We did not get a captain. So oh wait, we have this guy here too. Sorry. Let's re-roll him. We did not get a captain, but I think we'll do the following. We are going to... wait, I may not assign captain, so I may not even use a captain to reprogram. Well, okay. Yeah, so we're going to hope to get rid of that. I forgot I probably could have done that sooner. Alright, we're going to leave this as it is. We're just not going to use any of these dice. I think that's fine for this turn. What we will do is flip over a new threat, just a bounty ship. And this one destroys all shields, -1 hull. This one is -2 hull. So first, okay, I keep doing this backwards, sorry. This does not come out yet. First we do our 4 damage, and we heal our shields up. And then we reveal our new threat, which is the bounty ship. So on a 1, this is going to trigger, so we lose all of our shields, and our hull goes down to 8. And then we have these 3 dice to roll. So I think we're getting the hang of this new we lock a threat dice, and we will do nothing. These 2 dice that we have, and so we are going to do 4 damage, kill the bounty ship, reveal new threat. We have a flagship now. We are going to heal our shields back up to 2. Then we rolled a 4. A 4 is going to activate the flagship, which means our shield's going to go down to 0, and our hull is going to go down to 7. Okay, so that's it. We're going to roll our 2 dice. Neither of these help us, so we're going to do nothing with this. We are going to put down a new dice. So this is a new threat. This is the second part of the Ouroboros, so we're going to put them up there and reveal a new threat. Okay, so we have a nebula. I don't know why I keep doing this. First, we do our 4 damage. This is going to go away. We're going to heal our shields back up to 2. Now we're going to reveal our threat. Our shields are going to go offline, and now we're going to roll. It's a 3, so its health is going to go down, and that's it for the turn. We're going to roll our 2 dice. Rounds are quick. All right, so we did get our engineer. We're going to use them on an away mission, so that we can reprogram our drones if we need it. And then for this last dice, we're not going to do anything, and we are then going to do attack damage to get rid of this nebula. Our shields go back to 0, and then we're going to use our science to do that. I don't know if the order matters. I mean, I don't know. I don't think we go left to right. I mean, it could have been very easy to do this, or to put the damage here and then do that. But I think I can do that in any order that I want. If I can't do it in any order that I want, then someone feel free to correct me in the comments. I don't remember anything about the order of how you activate the drones. I don't see any special notes about this ship. I'm going to assume that that's how that works. I don't think it's going to change too much anyway. We do have to do a new threat. Rescue telepath. Discard to look at the next 5 cards. So I learned last time that I don't get to just do that. I have to actually get a dice on there first, and then I get to do that. So, lesson learned from being new to the rules again. A 1 does nothing. So we are back rolling our 2 dice. And we do have an engineer and a science officer. I could put the science officer out, but that doesn't really do much for us. So we're going to do nothing. And then, you know what? We're going to risk it. We are going to do something. I'm going to sacrifice a dice to make this a captain. And I'm going to turn this science officer into a medical officer. And that's all I'm going to do. And then my stuff's going to go off. I'm not attacking anything, but I do have him out, the medical drone out. Sorry, I'm turning into a medical drone. This pulls back this dice, so now I still have 2 dice to roll. I just have to be able to get him out of the infirmary. We're going to get a new threat. It's a 1 fighter, which is not too big. Now would be a good time to get our 2. I rolled a 6. That's not a 2. A 6, nothing activates, so that's fine. So we are going to roll these 2 dice now and hope that nothing gets locked up. Now we just have to worry about getting that 1 dice out of the infirmary. Alright, so we did get a dice locked up. We do get a science officer, which does nothing. So now we're going to activate our damage. We're going to be able to return this dice because of the medical drone. We're going to have to activate a new threat. It is another fighter. We roll the 5. 5's nothing happens, so we get our 2 dice back. And so we are locking that up, but at least this time we'll be able to return a unit from the infirmary to get this dice back. Nothing else happens. Oh no, stuff happens. What are you talking about? We're going to attack the spider, use the medical drone to get this dice back. We are going to roll a 1, oh, sorry. We have to activate a new threat. Strike bomber. We rolled a 1. A 1 does nothing because this is 2s and 4s. So now we're back to 3 dice. Maybe we can get our 4th drone out and start maybe repairing the hull. Maybe. All right, we got 3 science officers. Not really that helpful. I don't think we're going to do much with what we got there. So we are going to use our damage to get rid of the strike bomber. And the medical drone does nothing. We have to activate a new threat. We have a warbird. This one, if it activates, might hurt us because we only have 5 hull right now. A 5 does not activate this. A 5 does not activate that. So we are safe. Gonna roll our 3 dice again for this next round. A lot of rolling in this game. All right. So what does this do for us? All right. So we have a captain. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this infantry to an engineer. And that's going to allow us to start healing our hull. And with these 2 dice, we're going to do nothing. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to activate 2 damage. That's going to kill this warbird. So we don't have to worry about that hull damage. We're going to heal 2 hull, get us back to 9. And our medical drone's out there in case any dice get locked. We're going to activate a new threat. We have invaders. So this is an away mission. On 2s and 4s, we have to send a unit to the infirmary. So that could be bad. We do not want to roll a 2 or a 4 right now. We rolled a 1, so we are safe there. So now we really, really want to deal with this. This one could really set us back, I think. If we start getting too many dice locked, then our ship might just drift without crew. All right, so this is going to get locked up here. Yeah, we can't really do much. You know what? I'm going to recall a drone. I'm going to recall this engineer back because we need more dice for the invaders. We're going to activate then we're going to activate everything here. We're going to do 1 damage to nothing. We are going to recall this dice back to the returned area, and now we're going to get a new threat. All right, cosmic existentialism. This must be completed before assigning any science crew. All right, so we can't assign any science crew anywhere. Let's put it right here until I get that fixed. So we don't want a 2 or a 4. We got a 5, so we are safe. So new roll. We got 4 dice to roll. We want 2 tactical, and we did not get 2 tactical. We got a locked dice. Do I want to assign this captain for rerolls? That could be dangerous, but it could be interesting. You know what? We're gonna try it. We haven't tried this yet. We're gonna put a captain on here, and that's gonna let us reroll any number of crew dice. So we're gonna reroll this. No, we don't want to do the rerolls yet. We will wait to do this reroll. All right. So we attack nothing. We're not gonna reroll anything. We do get this dice back, and then we've got nothing going on there. So we have the orbital cannon, -2 hull, cannot be damaged unless it is the only threat. Not 100% sure. I think it's the only external threat. That thematically makes more sense to me. Now we do have to roll. We rolled a 3, so it's -2 hull. So we are going to lose our 2 shields, and that's all that happens because that's the only thing that has a 3. All right, so we're going to re-roll these 3 dice and see if we can get our 2 tactical. We got 1 tactical. And then I can re-roll any number of crew dice. So I'm going to try to re-roll this first. We're trying to get another tactical. We got a science. We're going to keep re-rolling. Yes, keep re-rolling. We got a captain. Oh, we got a locked dice. So we're going to stop there. And I think we're okay with what we have going on here. My shields are down, but we're okay with that for now. Okay, so we're going to do nothing with this. We are going to pull this dice back with the medical drone. We're going to do our 2 damage to the orbital cannon. It's the only external threat, so it can be damaged. Our captain does nothing for us. We are going to friendly fire, immediately send all infantry to the infirmary, then discard. So I believe we have to lose our drone. I believe that's how that works. I don't know if I have to lose my away mission, but I guess we'll play it that way. We'll make this harder for ourselves. I definitely know the drones. I don't know if we have to do away message. Maybe friendly fire. Let's double check. what it says. Friendly fire. Special threats. I see nothing about friendly fire. So we are just going to play it that way to make it a little bit harder for ourselves. Not happy with that, but that's what we're doing. Okay, so we have to do, that was our new threats. Okay, so we have to roll to see if we trigger a 2 or a 4. Of course, we triggered a 2. All right, so now things are getting really bad for us. Now we are at risk of losing because we have 3 dice in the infirmary. So if I roll a lock here without rolling a medical drone, then we lose. Well, probably we'll lose. Yeah, we definitely lose. Okay, we rolled a science officer. That doesn't do anything for us. So we're going to re-roll again because we have the captain. We just don't want to roll a lock. We really need a medical. And we rolled a lock. So I believe that's going to be game. I don't know if there's any cards, good cards, that get stuff out of the infirmary. So we're just going to play it out until I die. This was that scenario that I was talking about. Rolling that 2 there really hurt us. Getting that card and then that. I was trying hard to get the invaders done. That's why I was pulling dice back. I probably should have tried to even pull more dice back. Maybe if I had this, I could have looked ahead and saw bad things were coming. I can... Oh wait, no. We're not dead. Sorry, we are not dead. Because I get to pull this back because I have a medical drone. So we're in bad shape, but we are not dead. New threats. This is part 3 of the Ouroboros. Boost morale. Okay, well, we got a good card that could potentially trigger. So now we're going to roll. Oh, a 2. Also, this activated when I rolled a 2 as well. So I should have taken 5 damage. So 3, 4, 5. So we're at 4 hull damage. So now if I roll a 2 or a 4, we probably lose. And roll the 1. Okay, so I have a chance. So we're going to roll. This is a lock, so we can't do anything else. We're going to activate a threat, a scout. Okay, we just don't want to roll a 2 or a 4. 6. Okay, we can deal with a 6. Get this back because we're a medical. All right, so we really need a medical. Medical. We got a, what's it called? Tactical. Does nothing for us. We have to roll it again. We got an engineer. Does that do anything for us? Does not. Has to be medical. And we got our medical. So we are going to do this to return a single unit back. So now we actually have a shot here, but it's going to be very slow and we don't have any damage going out. So this is going to be out. So we are at risk of losing damage here. So we're going to pull out a new threat. Rescue a soldier. Okay. So if we can get this, discard to reroll all of these that we're rolling around. So we have like a lot of way missions going on here. All right, so we're going to roll again to see if we roll a 2. Hopefully we do not. Of course, we roll a 2, so we're going to lose one of the dice we just got back. So we're back to 1. This is going to be rough. Yeah, I don't know what to do. All right, yeah, got to keep rolling. Okay, it's locked, so we're just going to get a new threat. Robot uprising. Send a unit to the... Okay, we definitely are losing this now because now on 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s, we're sending units to the infirmary. Let's put this here so you can see it. This definitely I needed these cards to be more spaced out, and they seem to be all stacked on top of each other. I did shuffle. All right, so now this is going to go to the infirmary. You know what? Actually, you know what? I can send the captain back to the infirmary, and that's what I'm going to do. This way I can get this back. Not dead yet. It's not looking good, but I'm not dead yet. Got a captain to reprogram a drone. Does that do anything for us? If not, we need to keep this. Well, programming drone right now does nothing for us. If I lose this, it means okay. No, yeah. We gotta just. We have a mercenary. No threats activated this round. -2 hull. That's not too. Oh, if no threats activated this round. Okay. Roll the 3. All right. So this is gonna go back. We have 1 dice left. So I basically have to roll a medical every single turn and then roll a 5 or a 6 without lock. Well, this is not going to happen. This is a disaster. I can't even re-roll this, so I got to take a new threat. We have part 4 of the Ouroboros creeping in. Now I take damage from 5s. So there's our 5 at least. I'm not losing this dice yet, but I do take 2 hull damage, 3 hull damage. So I'm down to 1 damage. So I'm not sure if I'm going to blow up first or lose my dice first. But I did get a medical, so I'm not sure why I rolled that dice or where I got that dice from. But yeah, so if I roll a 6, I have a shot. So 6 is the only thing that does nothing bad to me. Nope, because if I roll a 6, I take 2 damage. If I take a 1, 2, 3, or 4, I lose the dice I just got. And if I roll a 4 or 5, so yeah, I lose no matter what happens. And I rolled a 4, so I'm going to take 1 hull damage plus another 2 damage, and my ship blows up. So things were going, I thought, fairly well. The one threat that I saw coming, which I said at the beginning of the game, was potentially losing all my dice. Happened. I tried to fight it for as long as I could, but I just couldn't get the two that I needed. I think once you get past this card, everything goes smoothly again for this ship. At least that's what I think. I mean, there's definitely a couple more cards, but again, let's just look at the deck. I don't think there's anything else that helps. There's no like threats recover. No. Return this unit, then this card. No. Nothing. There's my 1. Nothing happens. So there's send a unit to the infirmary, send a unit to the infirmary, and then the worst, send a unit to the infirmary. And there might have been one more in there too. But as long as you don't get all these at once stacked, then you're good. Next time I'll probably more aggressively just pull my drones back and just roll more dice and then work on getting my drones back out. Because you saw how long I survived without any attacking, so there is room to go back and forth. So next time I try that, that's what I'm going to do. Fortunately, today was a loss. Not much I can do. If you liked it, please give me a like, subscribe, follow. I appreciate it. It was a shorter video. Shorter videos are not bad. I will play again. Probably not with this ship. I'll probably try all the ships, and then I'll come back to this ship later on. So anyway, that is a loss, and I will see you next time. Bye.